Good morning. On this, the 19th anniversary of the catastrophic events of September 11, 2001, we'd like to take a moment to honor the victims and to remember the families who continue to mourn the losses to this day. I would like to take this opportunity to read a poem written by one of our former English teachers, Mr. John Hopkins. The poem is entitled Remembrance and Hope. Remembrance and Hope. I remember, you remember. The smoke that day will somehow always find its way through the smallest crack. We will never stop seeing ashes. And I can still remember the student in period 4 telling me a plane crashed into a tower. And I can still remember the student in period 5, her face ashen, telling me she had watched on TV another plane crash into another tower. Then I heard the weeping colleague whose fiance worked at the Pentagon. And hearts and hopes were falling all around, and nobody was quite sure of anything. But we could see and we could smell a dark cloud of hate marching on the land. And so we went home and watched the television, breathing into our lungs the same horrific images over and over. Ensconced in a stunned despondency, choking on the ashes of our innocence. We watched until it all came tumbling down, until we could watch no more, until our hearts were too crammed with sadness. And soon no planes flew, and the land became quiet. Quiet with a beautiful kindness. We searched the debris, we bandaged the wounded, we buried the dead. We went beyond ourselves so that generosity and decency and goodwill bloomed amid the angry ashes of hate. And we breathed in the fragrance of 1,000 acts of virtue and felt love in the gentleness of another's touch. We listened. We healed each other to hope again. And now it's 19 years later, and our newspapers are swollen with war and rumors of war, full of bombs exploding in public places, full of senseless violence, still full of smoke and ashes. But I must remember, we must always remember, that love is stronger than hate, that forgiveness heals, that lying just beneath the ashes and smoke is the seed of hope that bursts to life when we reach out to another, that opens petal by petal with every kind word. That dispels despair with even the smallest good deed. This we must always remember. This we must never forget. Remembrance and Hope by John Hopkins. Thank you.